Hi Rob, how we doing? I'm just doing a bit of a live stream. I've been sorting out the angelfish because I'm doing the angelfish spawning series. Should be uploaded on Friday evening, I think. It's going pretty well. So, hope you're well, Rob. Just giving you a little. I've just dropped a algae wafer in the cherry shrimp tank, so I'm just gonna do a bit of a live on these guys, I think. See what they get up to. There's quite a few babies in here. I reckon we should have about 1,000 shrimp on this thing by 5-10 minutes. See the snails are coming over already. Just going to clean up the angelfish tank glass so I can show you some of that action. Tell you what I have noticed, there's a lot more spiders in the fish room at the moment. I don't know if it's because it's so cold outside. Probably going to be doing a live stream most days this week. I've got a week off work, so Rob's just saying snails supposed to be slow. They smell food in the street. Yeah, they're so quick. It's unbelievable. Just sorting out my fish today. Surprised to find out we have a snow white pleco fry. Very good. That's awesome. Awesome news. Bought the meals 3 weeks ago. That's pretty quick. Because usually you've got to sort of feed them up and get them going before you get any spawning activity. I'm just having a go with these angelfish. I'll swing the camera around in a moment and show you these angels because they're absolutely perfect. They're really nice. And this spawn that I've got, I'm going to put up a video on Friday evening, Saturday morning probably. I'm doing like a bit of a series because it's the first time I've ever spawned them or bred them. So, but I reckon I've got 250, 300 angelfish at the moment, which is awesome news. It's pretty good. So I've just got them in one of the fluval breeder boxes at the moment, but hopefully when the video goes out on Friday, you guys can check that out, and it's going to be a pretty good series, I think. I'm hoping to just ram a 40 breeder with angelfish, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I've just put that algae wafer in. You can just see the shrimp they're literally crawling out of everywhere. But I've got some babies in here as well. I've got some I think that originally I bought maybe 10 cherries, and then I think I had like 6 or 7 Bloody Marys, so they're a bit of a mixture. I mean, some of the colours on the females are pretty good. It didn't really do it justice on camera, and my lighting's not too great with the amount of duckweed that's on top of the tank. In fact, I might even just try and scoop some of the duckweed off, and then it'll give us some better lighting just to see the shrimp coming. But as soon as I put the algae wafers in, the shrimp and the snails just go wild. I mean, I've never seen shrimp or snails, to be honest, moving that quickly. Just pull some of the duckweed off so I can get some better light. That's better, yeah. Yeah, we've got the algae wafers there as well, so it's like right in centre of shot. You can just see the crawling out of everywhere. I didn't realise there were that many shrimp in that tank, to be honest. I just been running like a shrimp and snail only tank for like 6 months. I think there are roughly in this tank there are about 5. I'd say probably 2 males to 3 females, and there's just hundreds of them. There's hundreds of them in there now. Yeah, see if we can get some better zoom. It's a shame I can't do 4K recording when I'm on the live streams. Oh, it only seems to do 1080p, which is it's not great for picking up the colours. I've just put retouch on, whatever that does. Yeah, I'll put that on. I'll see if I can sort the camera out a little bit. Can't find the settings for the camera, so it's a little bit kind of blurry for some reason. Probably because I've got it so close to the water, obviously the water, but these guys are everywhere. Look at the state of this. There's so many shrimp in this tank, and I'm quite new to shrimp as well. Like, obviously I did the easy one, cherries and Bloody Marys. It just seemed like common sense to do, to start somewhere, so this is where I started. But yeah, I'm just going to clean up the glass on the angelfish tank, and I'll swing you around, and you can have a gander at them as well, because they're pretty cool. The problem is with my angelfish, they're like, I think that someone said they might have been clown angels, but I'm not sure, or a clown and zeb mix. Because they're like black and silver, they're very hard to see against the black background. I think I need to stick some more plants in there, and just get. I mean, what is this snail doing? Rob's just saying, so healthy that tank, mate. Cheers, Rob. Yeah, my tank's pretty much just, I don't really tend to them that much. I just sort of, I do top-ups mainly. I agree with the water change thing, but at the same time I don't as well. I always find that if I do big water changes with the API water dechlorinated, it seems to crash out my system a little bit, so I tend to just do top-ups. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm happy with it anyway. I think that's the most thing. Like, people go on about how you should do this and that, but if you're happy with your own tank, then what, you know, the fish are healthy, whatever's living in there is healthy, then it's all good. Man, they're fighting over it. You see, there's a couple of buried females there as well. If you look, I think she's just gone to the left. Can't really see because the comments are up, but there's a couple of buried females in there. You open up a beer or a can of Coke Zero? Oh no, I don't do Coke Zero. Only full fat. I'm a bit of I don't drink like coffee or anything, so I've got like a caffeine thing. It's not an intolerance because I still drink caffeine, but if I drink like straight coffee, it blows my head off. So I just drink Coca-Cola instead because it's got a little bit less in there. Jesus, this is crazy. You can see the buried females just going off to the right there. I've just seen. I was just looking in the tank actually, and there's a few baby shrimp in this tank. So it's too early for beer. Well, it's not. It's after dinner time, but you know what I mean. Yeah, the buried female's just on top there. But you can see I forgot what they're called now. The Bloody Marys now have just jumped on the party. The one on top of the algae wafer and the one to the left, and also the one closest to the bottom. They're the Bloody Marys, the real deep, like claret colour. And then obviously the ones further back are cherry shrimp. But they've been sort of mixing. So what I end up with is a mixture of really nice deep red shrimp, and obviously you get like a scattering of these sort of lighter colours, which is it's pretty nice. I mean, obviously I prefer the claret red ones, but you're never going to get like a straight breeding colony of them just starting off from a mixture of cherries and Bloody Marys. You've got to sort of build up the colony, and that's what I'm sort of intending to do. I'd rather start with like a mixture. Yeah, so I only started with 10. Probably in this tank, Rob, I reckon I probably did. I think I had about 8 Bloody Mary shrimp. A couple of them died because when I moved house, I had to drain the tanks down. And obviously, I'm not a shrimp keeper, and I just filled the tank back up when I got into the fish room here. So I probably had about 3 or 4 Bloody Marys left. And now you can see there's more than 3 or 4 Bloody Marys there, just in this shot. And then I got some cherry shrimp. I actually bought some plants, and some cherry shrimp came on it. This is what it's come to. I mean, like, you can't even see the full tank. They're just like all crawling up this wood and stuff. They're everywhere. And there's loads of babies in there too as well. So the other thing I will say is, obviously I'm not a shrimp keeper, I'm a fish keeper and breeder. So this is very different to what I would do in sort of a fish environment. So where you can bomb like 50% water changes, or if something's going wrong you can do 100% water change. I've noticed with shrimp, you've got to be very cautious on when you do water changes, especially temperature and hardness. If you start bombing it in with some different water, like this is quite a black water tank, so I do have some wood in the background there. You can see there's 2 pieces left and right. So it's a sort of black water tank, so the pH is quite low. It's probably about 6, maybe 6.2, something like that. I don't really follow pH that much. I'm more about clean water than all the science behind it. I enjoy the science behind it, don't get me wrong, but I think if I started doing like 50% water change on here, it would crash the colony. And I think the colony strives better if people say don't overfeed them, just bomb the food in. I mean, I've just put an algae wafer in there for a pleco, like a 50p piece sized algae wafer. But these guys will just munch on that for like 2 days, and it'll do well. But I think you find as well, if you feed heavy, so like obviously that's heavy for this tank. It's like a 10-gallon tank. You know, it's a lot of food for a 10-gallon tank. It's established, so I know that it can handle it. But they'll breed more often as well. So you find these shrimp breeders, they bomb the food in rather than not putting enough food in. So as people are giving them like these little pellets, 1 or 2 here and there every week or whatever, I'll put an algae wafer like that in. And also, like, if I'm doing brine shrimp, if I've got some spare brine shrimp, I'll throw some in. These guys, as soon as it sinks to the bottom, so the brine shrimp will swim around, as soon as it dies it sinks to the bottom, and the shrimp will just pick it up and eat it, which is awesome. But yeah, you can, if you get some cherry shrimp, Rob, you can start off a little, if you get Pets at Home, £20 tank, little heater, little sponge filter off Amazon, whatever, chuck some gravel in there, bit of wood. You can start off a colony going, as long as you've got I'd say the tank's got to be really cycled and running. You can set up a little tank like this, no problem. Even if you put 1 male and 3 females in there, you'd have a tank like this within 3 months at least. 3 months time, just keep feeding it up, watch your water parameters, make sure you're not doing massive water changes. Eventually you'll establish a colony like that, no problem. Yeah, they're fun to watch. I actually find myself looking at the shrimp more than I do the fish sometimes, because they're just so interesting. They're a bit like ants in my eyes anyway. Yeah, are they Carradina shrimp, Rob? I don't know anything about shrimp, so this is like my first attempt at doing shrimp. I thought if I can keep these alive, then I'll start moving up the ranks. I didn't want to spend like can't get another tank. She will call up the divorce. Yeah, no, I know where you're coming from. That's where you start building sheds for tools, aka fish room. Get something outside. That's what you need. Just when she goes to work one day, book a day off. When she goes to work, just dig a trench, lay some power cables across to your shed. Say, look, I needed this shed for my garden stuff, and then just hook it up with some like electric, and then you're good to go. Just start sneaking tanks in when she's not around, and then she'll never know. Well, she might know when it comes to paying electric bills and things, because it does cost a fortune to run, but it's worth it. If you can do shrimp and stuff, you can sell them on eBay and places like that, or if you can do fish, you're good to go. Yeah, so Neo Carradina. It's got the red, blue, and yeah, I know which ones you mean. Like I say, I'm not all up on the. I'm using the garage. You need to get a bigger garage. She doesn't need to know about an extra tank. She doesn't tell you when she's buying mascara and lipstick, does she? If she comes into the garage, just say, "Oh, this old thing, I've had it for 20 years. Don't worry about it." I'll just say you've got it to clean other tanks or something. Only 7's good. I think I got away with roughly about 3 or 4 tanks before it was like, Dave, there's a few too many tanks in the house. And then the one day, I was working at a job actually, one of my tiling jobs, and this customer was like, "Oh, do you like my tank?" And he had some big bala sharks. It's one of my first videos. Yeah, she's a woman, she'll know stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to give it the big in here, Rob, and say, you can do what you want, mate. You know it is us blokes. Well, we just do what we want. We don't care. But when it comes down to it, yeah, she will notice. But yeah, I was doing a job for this customer one day, and he had the 500 litre tank that I've got now, and he had 5 bala sharks in it. One of my early videos actually, when I was picking up the bala sharks, moving the tank. So I moved the 500 litre tank in my car. So I got the guy to help me get in the car. I managed to get someone to help me get in the house, and then my partner came home from work and she's like, "What the hell is that?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's my new fish tank." And she's like, "Dave, it's absolutely massive." And because when you see a 500 litre tank for the first time, it's like, wow, it just takes up the whole room. It's like 3 foot deep by 6 foot long by whatever. It's just a massive tank. And then because I had the bala sharks in there, the deal was that if I took the tank out to set the sharks, ideally the sharks were way too big for the tank. So I ended up getting rid of them in the end. But yeah, it were a complicated discussion that evening, to say the least. But yeah, we'll try and get a shot of the angels, Rob. So like I said, we are in the fish room. So I'll try and swing. Oh my god. It's impossible to film when you've got a tripod attached to your camera. Yeah, so we're miles too high. Drop it down a bit. So these are angels that have been breeding. They're pretty cool. Obviously I've took some tiles from work and stuff. So this is a 40 breed that I've been using, and they spawned on the big one just here first, which was the first batch. If you've been watching my videos, I hope you have, Rob. Then you'll have seen that. But yeah, they're doing really well. You can just see the male just here. He's much darker in colour, but it's so cool. I've just given him some brine shrimp, that's why they're like, there's loads of bits in the water, and hopefully it's not banging around too much when I'm adjusting the camera. I've never kept angelfish, but apparently I live with one. That is comment number 1. That's that's comment number 1 for today. That comment wins. But yeah, they're pretty cool. I think that someone mentioned that they could be clown angels, but I'm not sure. Like, to me, the female looks more like a zebra, and this male that's on shot now looks more like a clown because of the broken pattern. But I've just put some of the better fish in there so they can chase him around, and the better fish are too fast for him. They easily get away. But it looks pretty nice. Just so that piece of wooden as well as a bit of a break, and then obviously you can see that I've got loads of air going, and let me see if I can get a better shot. I've got the week off work, so my tools are just all over my fish room at the minute, but there's some reflections going on. So if I drop the lights at the back, I'll drop the lights at the back, it should give you a better idea what's going on. But yeah, so someone mentioned that there could be clown angels. I think if any, the male, so the one lower to the front right or going to the left now, is likely to be the clown, and then the one behind the female is likely to be a zeb. So I bought them from a local fish breeder, a lovely woman who lives local to me, and I think she thought there might have been zebs, which I agree, but the colours on them are crazy. Like, really, if in person, it doesn't look so good now because there's bad lightings, brine shrimp all over the water and stuff, but they're pretty cool. They've got like a blue tint to them. You can see the male. They're just scouting around for brine shrimp at the minute, but they're doing really good. Like, I'll drop some of these pellets that I use, these Bettor's Choice, see if we can get them more into shot. There we go. But they eat really well. Like, as soon as I drop the food in the water, they're straight all over it. Really healthy. And these are the parents to the series that I'm doing at the moment, the breeding angelfish. So that should be pretty cool. So it looks good. Are they worth selling? Good profit, etc. It's hard to say if they're good profit. I think if you sold them private, Rob, they'd probably do better than the way I sell to wholesale. So obviously I batch sale. I'm hoping in the UK, I think angelfish are pretty easy to breed compared to the rams that I do. So obviously my past videos and stuff have been rainbow fish and rams mainly. The rams that I breed, they tend to be very difficult to rear up. So to get them from wigglers to adults is quite a task. The angelfish, I've only done 2 spawns. I think on this second spawn with these angels, I reckon I probably have about 200 viable fry, which is pretty good. I'm not sure what the going price is, but they'll be around the £1.50 mark. So if you times that by 250 fry, it gives you a rough idea what's going on. That's if they sell. You know, some people don't want, even wholesale don't want that kind of amounts of fish. It's difficult to sell, you know, any amount of fish really. If you've got the right contacts and stuff, then you can sell them. Luckily I speak to a couple of people that have shops or wholesale and stuff like that. So that really helps me out, but sometimes you just don't need them. You know, like if I could end up with 250 angelfish and nowhere for them to go. At that point, I'd be making sort of eBay listings and stuff like that, but I'd be selling them a hell of a lot more expensive than from wholesale. So I'd be, you know, I'd probably sell a fully grown, you know, angelfish like that for maybe £5, £6. But I keep fish for a hobby. It's not for profit. The only thing that I do to sell the angelfish or whatever, or the rams, is just for fun really. So like I've got probably about 600 rainbows in my fish room right now. I've got no ram fry. I've probably got about 10 ram fry and maybe 600 dwarf neon rainbows, but the dwarf neon rainbows I'm actually breeding for myself because I want to have a big school of sort of like, I want a big school of dwarf neons for my rainbow fish tank. eBay banning selling fish online. I didn't actually know that. Where have you heard that, Rob? Is that like an actual thing? Is there a date for it? That's crazy. I didn't realise that. That's the problem with the UK because it's difficult to sell online. There's no We don't have no like auction place or anything like that. It'd be, compared to the US and other countries, they've got a much more structured. You know, they've got the aqua bid and stuff like that. I think if they stop selling fish on eBay, then something like Aquabid will probably come. You know, someone will make it, and that'll be it then. But yeah, that's sad to hear that, to be honest. I always find with places like eBay, it gives people that don't really breed fish, but they might get a spawn of whatever, and plecos, something like that, and they just need somewhere to shift them. That's a good place. I have just bought DNR 6 times £20. Should have come through to you. DNR. I'm not sure what that means, Rob. I might be getting a bit of delay, I'm not sure. I have just bought DNR 6. Oh, I've just bought. Should have come through it. Yeah, that'd be. I mean, I don't really sell it on eBay now, but if you ever need all like that, Rob, just if you've got Instagram, Instagram's the best way, and go on to Horizon Fish Keeping, Horizon Space Fish Keeping. Then just let us know. I can't remember. Are you pretty local to me? I'm up at West Yorkshire. But if you need some, let us know, man. You can have some for nothing. Like literally, if you're willing to travel or whatever, or you want to pay for postage, then let me know, and I can send you some. No problem. Do like I'll find out what postages needs to be paid and stuff, and then if you just pay for that, I'll send you some wherever. Folkestone, yeah, that's. I thought it was Folkestone because that's where my family's from. I remember now, yeah, totally. Most of my family's from Kent, so I know that side of town. But yeah, if you ever want it all like that, Rob, if you see out my videos or all like that, if you just direct message me, we can work out some postage out. If like the neons at the minute is insane amounts, I can drop some in a bag and I'll post them out to you. If you pay for postage or whatever, and we'll sort some out. You don't want any angels, do you? No, they're missing. I've got some them dwarf neons there. Mexicali Fish Keeping, hello. Thanks for dropping by. Nice to see you. I ain't seen you for a while actually. I'm just doing a bit of a random live stream. I've got the week off. I'm probably going to do one every day. So if you want to drop in, I'm at home tomorrow. I've actually been out doing some stuff today. I've got some bits and bats to do tomorrow. I'm probably going to do a live stream every day this week, and we'll just check out some tanks and see what's going on. Please leave a like if you're in the chat, or if you're not. Did you turn off the subscription? It shows me as unsubscribed. No, but I tell you what, Mexicali, right? So I've seen this a few times. I've got channels. I watch a lot of fish keeping things, Aquarium Corp and all the usual big ones. Fish, what's it called now? Cube Fish Simple, all them stuff. And recently, I think it's something to do with YouTube. So I think if you haven't been coming up on like the For You page or whatever it is, I think if it's not been popping up on that, then it sort of throws you out, because I've had to subscribe to them, and I've been subscribed to like Aquarium Corp for about maybe 15 years, 10 years, something like that, something crazy. It won't let me resubscribe. Oh, now that's the problem. I'm not sure why. Let me just have a look. I'll tell you what I'll do, Mr. Kyle. I'll add you as a moderator, and then hopefully, in fact, Rob, I'll add you as a moderator. Oh, you're already a mod. Yeah, I'll try and add you as a mod, and then might like reboot it or something. I'm not sure. Rob's just saying, sent me thanks. I'd obviously take some more. One of my favourite fish. Yeah, just let me know, Rob, if you want to drop on some of them. I can show you now. Actually, I'll swing the camera around. I'll show you what kind of extent of rainbow fish we've got going on. Just have to pop the lights back on again. Right, so these tanks, so this one, and this one are full of rainbow fish. I mean, this one, it looks a bit grimy, but look at the state of the top of this. Let me just see if I can clear it up a bit. These are all baby praycocks. So you can see there's, I mean, in that shot alone, there must be, I don't know, 60, 50, I don't know. Absolutely nuts amounts. Look at them all, they're everywhere. They're all hidden in this. You can see all brine shrimp as well. There's brine shrimp bouncing around. There's absolutely tons of these guys. And then I've got this tank just here. These guys are a little bit older. Let me just get down here a minute. So you can see these guys are a little bit older now. They still haven't got the colours, but they're doing, you know, they're looking a bit more rainbow fishy. Excuse the watermarks. I didn't expect to be filming this tank. So you can see there's tons in there, and then also the one next to it. So that's, oh, let's zoom out of it. That's that tank. They're just literally, the whole tank's just rammed. And then this tank just here as well. Again, watermarks, just from water changes, but there's just tons of rainbows. And these have all come from the same two parents as well, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, they're doing awesome as well, really good. If you ever need some of them, Rob, let me know, because I can breed them. The other thing is with rainbow fish, it takes so long to grow. It's a bit of a pain, but they're much easier to bring up as, you know, if I send them over as juvenile or whatever, then it's easier for you to grow them up to whatever size, or if you've got a spare tank or something like that. And obviously if you've got a yellow and a red, yellow team and red team, then you can make more rainbows, so that's pretty cool as well. I need to drop the lights because it's reflecting. Yeah, if you need some of them, let me know. Yeah, I've got tons of them, Rob. They're just, it's one of my favourite fish, to be honest. Like, obviously you'll have seen the rainbow fish tank that I've been building, the 500 litre tank. I've got blues in there, blue rainbows, red rainbows, Bozeman rainbows, dwarf neon rainbows. I think there's 2 angelfish, and there's about 1 million corridor catfish. I've also got some clown cats in there, some calico plecos, and I've also got albino plecos. It's just a massive, like, mishmash really of the fish, but it's pretty cool. The tank, like on an evening, I've got like my blackwater guppy tank. So I've been doing the guppy tank. You've probably seen that on some of the videos that I've been doing. The guppy tank is just a bit of, I've been doing it basically just to get back into the hobby again, because I've been doing the egg laying fish for so long. It gets a bit tedious, you know, you're hatching out eggs and you're just trying to make some money and selling them to wholesalers and stuff like that. It's a bit crazy, but it's nice to do a guppy tank again, so that's what I did. I got onto the guppy scene, back on the guppy scene. Yeah, they do look amazing. So when there's nothing better in the morning, like if I've got my front room curtains open in the morning and the sunlight hits it. I mean, I've done a few shorts, I don't know if you've seen them or not. I did some shorts and they were like the Bosemanis and the reds look absolutely mental in that like natural daylight. There's no better fish really than the rainbow in natural daylight, in my opinion. Apart from like the angels are nice fish, but they're very unusual. In my opinion, the rainbow fish are just like the cream of tropical fish keeping. there's no real better fish unless you're doing like the cichlids that have got the bright colours. If you're doing sort of like the Amazonian river stuff, the smaller stuff, and Papua New Guinea rainbows and all that sort of thing, then they're pretty nice. I just need to move the tripod over a little bit. I've got like methylene blue in loads of containers and I don't want to spill it all over myself. So if you can hear this running water sound, I'm not peeing in a bucket, I'm just disposing of methylene blue. The joys of hatching fish. Trying to find things to talk about, guys. So Rob, what are you going to do with the new plecos that you found? Sorry for the coughing, guys. I'm still dying of man flu. I think I'm patient zero and I'm probably going to die, so... I've had this like, here in the UK right now, I don't know if it's worldwide, but I got like this cold symptoms, but I only had like the fever for about 24 hours, and then the fever went away, and then just it's left me with this like weird cough, which I wouldn't usually have, but it's just annoying more than all. Man, them angels are so nice. I actually got a name. They've actually got names, these two. The lady that I got them off, she said that they're called something, but I can't remember what the names were. I need to do the brine shrimp too. What's your local shop? What's the biggest shop down there? I mean, we've got some massive, obviously well documented shops up here. We've got Pier Aquatics, which is near Wigan. We've got Wharf Aquatics, which is massive. Even my local fish store's pretty good. I mean, the ones that I was allowed to do. Oh my god, I've got 2 German blue rams in this tank, and I didn't even know. That's what happens though. You do a tank like this, and then all of a sudden the fish that you couldn't catch just turn up, but they'll work as divers. I need a bigger tank for the angels. To be honest, right, so I'm a floor and wall tiler, that's what I do. So I'm used to cutting glass and ceramic stuff, and I've been considering building like an absolutely massive aquarium. I'm talking like 10 foot long by 4 foot high, just something crazy, and then just having like, I don't know, 500 angelfish in it, or something mental. I've even been looking at like the bigger fish. I mean, the biggest fish I've got in my fish room now is the Oscars Ghost and Phantom, which is doing awesome. I'll drop you guys on Ghost and Phantom actually. These two are very patient. Let me just try and get a better angle. I can never work. Jesus, why have I even got a YouTube channel? I don't even know how to work the tripod. So Ghost and Phantom are just here in the 5 foot tank. They look tiny like that. They look absolutely tiny. So Ghost is probably, I'd say, is nearly a foot. So here's Ghost. These are my babies. I mean, these guys get spoiled. I go out and I buy king prawns and all sorts for these guys. Oh, I'm getting some reflections from this light back here. Just turn this light off a minute. Any more reflections? Yep, brine shrimp hatch a light. Turn that off. So these guys are my babies. Phantom didn't want to be on camera today. Is this way, or she? I think, I'm not sure if the girl and boy, they did spawn once. Well, one of them spawned, but the eggs weren't viable. I don't know what happened really, but they were a massive. When I say massive spawn, I breed fish for people, and I've never seen so many eggs. There must have been literally, there must have been literally 500, 600 eggs. It was insane. The whole, like, it was like a dinner plate amount of eggs on the bottom. So Ghost just here, yeah. But these guys are so cool. Rob's just saying they are awesome, amazing. Ghost and Phantom. Yeah, these are my mascots. So these are the fish that will never ever be sold. It doesn't matter if you said to me, I've got £1,000, I want to take Ghost and Phantom away, or £2,000. It doesn't matter. The money, there's no money value on these fish. These guys are my guys. Like, I love them. They're awesome. I don't know why Phantom's been a pain. Phantom's just over here off camera. Maybe I'll try and give him some pellets or something. I don't know. I've only got some small pellets for him, but usually what I do is I feed these guys like prawns and white bait, frozen stuff. Ghost wants to bite me. Do you see that? As soon as I put my hand above the tank, he wanted to bite me. So I've just put some little pellets in. They probably don't know what it is, that. Like, see Ghost going for it. Phantom's just having a mood today. I don't even know what Phantom's doing. Just sat in the corner. Let me try and turn this thing here. There we go. Try and get a shot of Phantom as well. Phantom's just been a pain. I don't know why he's just sat there today. They don't want to come on camera. Guys, Phantom smelt food now. But yeah, they've got this whole tank, and I've got it bare bottom. I know you guys are like, oh, it's boring, fish are going to go nuts and whatever, but the thing is with these fish, they're so damn messy, and I mean messy. I give these guys frozen, like, dead baits and stuff like that, and they just smash it to pieces. See, they don't even know what, I put them pellets in, they're not even bothered. They're like, Dad, what's going on? But these are my dudes. Oh, trying to get a better shot, but the tripod thing, if you're ever doing live streams, don't be like me, because it's just hard to get a good shot. Problem is when you've got a tank this long as well, because it's like 6 foot long or something crazy. Like Ghost, like, that's my hand. I'm a bloke, I've got pretty decent sized hands. Like, my hands, it's like smaller than, it must be a good, I'd say roughly now 14-inch-ish. Yeah, it's not going to go sideways because we're on live stream. Why would it? But like, look at that. And it's not even at the front. Like, it's absolutely massive. Like, if we got a close-in shot, shall we get a close-in shot? Let's get a close-in shot. This is a big fish. So healthy though, really good. And Phantom has just been moody today. Look how moody you are. What are you doing that for? Just so moody. It don't matter what you do with these fish. There's always one having a paddy, and usually Phantom. Like, Phantom usually swims up and down. I can come in the fish room and they'll follow me around and stuff like that. But today, Phantom just wants to be a pain and wants to sit in this corner and look at the algae scraper, or attack the algae scraper. What's the matter with you? Yeah, see, just been a pain. Whereas Ghost will just swim around and have a good time. That is one big fish. So I've had these guys for like 2.5 years probably, and they're just so good. Look at that face. Who wouldn't love that? They're awesome. Absolutely awesome. I'll give you them little pellets if you don't like them, yeah. This is Ghost, the moody one. Sorry, Phantom, the moody one. Absolutely mint. Look at the colours. Such a healthy fish, that. Got the oranges and white, black. So this is a tiger Oscar, and obviously Ghost is an albino tiger Oscar. But they're just They're playing the fool today for some reason. Don't know why. It's even ghost like you go near. It's just a happy fish. Look at the smile on that fish. That is one happy fish. I know it's not usual. That's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for the prawns. Yeah, bring prawns to this fish room. Them two will just get moody. So Rob's just saying, do you ever wonder about opening a shop? I'd love that. Reason I still play the lottery. Rob, that is my dream. If I could do, literally, if I could do this as a full-time living. I mean, I've got my own business already. But if I could do fish keeping and make a living off it, it'd be absolutely awesome. But as I understand, the sort of rules and logistics around fish keeping and breeding, there's a lot of licensing behind it. So I sell to people that have shops or wholesalers, and apparently just the getting the license part is very difficult. But otherwise, yeah, I would definitely be into that. Every time I sort of pass, you know, when you're driving in your car and you'll sort of pass places on your way home from work saying warehouse to rent, or you know, there's this place to let, that's like, you're thinking, it says like 35,000 square meter warehouse. I'm like, how many places could I put like a tub or like a tank and just breed out like everything? But then you want like a front of house as well. So like, if you guys watch like Keeping Fish Simple, he's got the perfect analogy to this thing. So he's basically got a warehouse, built the back side of the warehouse as a fish breeding room, which is genius, and then done like a little front of house shop. So he's probably got around maybe 50 tanks at the front, but at the back he's got, I don't even know, like 400 or 500 tanks. That would be like the perfect sort of layout or sort of design on how I'd do it. But then you've got to get the custom, obviously. And the problem is with fish shops in general, or fish stores or whatever, most people have got like one that they really prefer. So if you open like a new place in town and it's like the new in thing, whatever, a lot of people don't want to go there because they're used to doing the mum and pop shop down the road or whatever. That can cause issues as well, because they want to, you know, you can undercut them and stuff like that. It's just a really rough ground, but I would absolutely love to breed fish and have a shop. That's my ultimate goal. I probably will do one day, to be honest. I'll probably do it and just see how it goes. You know, if it's bad, then it's bad, but if it's good, then it's good. You know, you gotta try these things, don't you? But yeah, that is a goal and a half. So thanks everyone for joining the live stream. If you're not pressing the like button, you should be. It's awesome to have you all in. You guys are like the key to me doing videos, all the subscriptions and stuff like that. The nice comments that you give me out like day to day, it really helps out my channel. I mean, I do this stuff anyway, and I would do without YouTube, but to have you guys give me input and leaving comments really helps me out, and it makes me want to make more videos. It's just one of them things. So thank you very much, Mr. Carly. Did you manage to subscribe, by the way? I didn't ask. I didn't realise you dropped back in. Have to do something you love, Dave. Yeah, I agree. So I started my business that I've got now, my floor and wall tiler. So I do like natural stone, all that kind of thing. I do ceramic and all that stuff. I've been doing it for 16 years, and it's just where I landed. It's not where I want to be, but I'm in my 30s still. I think YouTube and fish and stuff like that, it's my home, you know. Like, when I remember having the original story behind Horizon Fish Keeping is when I was 16 years old, my auntie was selling a tank. I'd never kept fish before, and she had a 6-foot tank for sale, so I ended up buying it, and then I kept some fish in there. When I moved house, I had to get rid of the fish tank because the house was small, much smaller than the one that we previously lived in. So what I ended up doing was sell the tank, which I really regretted, and I regretted that for around 10-15 years. And then I bought one tank off Facebook Marketplace. I think it was like a 200 litre thing. Had a stand and one of them plastic lids on it. But at the time, I was really into like watching aquascaping videos. And I loved like the planted tanks and all the planted tank vibe and the, you know, the murky water stuff and whatever. So I decided I'm going to take the lid off this thing, put some nice lights in it from Amazon that cost barely anything. I put a canister filter on it from All Pond Solutions, which cost me like 30 quid, not a lot of money. I started aquascaping it, and I was doing like neon tetras and rams and all sorts of stuff, and it looked awesome. And that was the tank that got me back into the hobby. And from there, I bought like another little tiny tank, and then some plecos that I had. I think I had some albino plecos, or it might be some calico plecos, whatever. They spawned in the tank. But they spawned right on the front of the tank, so you could watch them daily. So when I watched these eggs hatch out into wigglers and then started free swimming and climbing on the glass and stuff, I'm like, oh my god, this is class. So I bought some like little 5 gallon, 10 gallon tanks. So at that point I was like, what does people buy? So I bought some guppies, some random yellow, German yellow, whatever they're called, guppies. I bred them. Tried selling them to a local shop, they didn't want to know because it were a guppy and they're really easy to breed. So like, what do you want? What fish would you buy, sort of thing? And they're like, we really want rams. At the time, it's when Corey McElroy and Dean from Dean's Fish Room were doing the Black Ram series. So they were doing loads and loads of videos on black rams. So I thought, I need to buy some rams and see how it goes. So I went to the local big box store, the Pets at Home in the UK, and I bought some gold rams. Unfortunately, a big pet store, like the big shops, like don't really care for the fish. I didn't know anything about temperature. I didn't know much about water science, and I was really struggling to breed these rams. Anyway, so what happened was after a couple of weeks, they passed away. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe it. I've done something wrong. The fish have died. I don't know what to do. Anyway, I got speaking to people on forums and I'm watching videos on breeding these rams, and I bought some German blue rams, and that's what started me off breeding the rams for profit then. So I managed to be able to watch these videos and see how to sex the rams. And I bought a male and female. They were really raggedy, undernourished, whatever, and I was just bombing food on them. I got them a nice tank, so they were growing up and they were doing really well. And I managed to breed the rams, and I got a spawn of like maybe 50 eggs because the female was so small. I got the 50 eggs, hatched them out, did really well with the fry, and I sort of selected them, took the best ones out, sold the rest of them to the local fish shop, the LFS, whatever, and then I got another pair, and I mixed the bloodlines. And once I mixed the bloodlines, that's when I started realising what fish to put with what, and I started making the ones that I do now, the super red German blue rams, which are just like a massive hit. I could have 3 super red German blue rams in this fish room and they will sell tomorrow. 3 or 3,000, it really doesn't matter, they just sell. And that's where my money were made then, so that's how I built the fish room up. And I ain't made a fortune from it. Like, you're not making a killing, you're not going to be the biggest fish breeder on YouTube, but it really helps to build that, the fish room up, and that's where I'm at now. The angelfish that I'm doing now, the angelfish series, is a bit of a random thing because I see an angelfish as the most individual tropical fish in like our hobby. So it's the most unusual fish because it doesn't look like anything else. You know, German blue ram, you could say, well, you've got epistogrammas, you've got all them sort of fish, like they're very similar, whereas the angelfish are just so different compared to any others. That's what makes me want to breed them, so that's why I'm doing the series now. I'm breeding angelfish, and in particular the zebs or clown angels, whichever you want to call them. I think the babies from these could be really nice, and I think once I get the fry going, obviously I'll pick the best ones out, and then we'll breed them and mix the bloodlines up. How are we doing, sir? Arguing with a dude right now on Clinch Kid Charmers. Videos put out as a rather fish feel emotional. emotion. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Thanks, Jesse. Welcome into the live stream. This is a random one. I've got the week off work, so I'm just doing a live stream every day, and we're just talking fish related stuff. So pretty cool. I'm just going to try and catch up on the comments. Mexicali saying it shows as disabled. It won't let me do anything. That's really strange. Maybe leave it till tomorrow. It might be a YouTube glitchy thing. I'm not sure what's going on there. Only Oscar saying beautiful Oscars. And hey Mexicali. And then we've got Jesse arguing with Vidu right now on Cichlid Charmers video. Put out as to rather fish feel emotion. Not sure. Thanks for liking the stream, Jess. Good to see you can't stay long at work. No, I love work because it's my own business, but I hate work because it's my own business, if you know what I mean. So it's just one of them catch-22. Oh yeah, at work now. I can do lives at 7 PM Eastern during the week. Am I still live? Yes, we're still live. Sorry about that, guys. I have absolutely no idea what just happened then. Apparently I ditched out the live stream there. But yeah, we're still here. So yeah, Jesse, thank you for dropping in. I think we're still recording. Can someone just give me a nod to say what's going on with the live stream? That'd be awesome. Oh, can't control anything. We're zoomed into the maximum. I'm not sure what's going on with the camera.